Happy morning, everybody. Welcome to Superb Story Time, a time where we listen to wonderful, beautiful short stories and we draw life skills, life lessons, life values from them and become thought leaders. Again, a wonderful story from Chicken Soup from the Soul. Wonderful story. This is a story of 1957, a remarkable year. Some major records were made in the in the world of American football, rugby. Major records were made by a person called Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe was an extraordinary player. He had three very big advantages. Number one, his genetics. His father was big, his mother was big, so he was automatically a very big. He was literally called as a force of nature. He'd be very big, huge guy, and that's an advantage in American football. In rugby, it's a very big advantage. The second advantage is the place where he was from, there he got a lot of opportunities. The environment was his second benefit. He got lots and lots of opportunities, got good coaches, had a wonderful team he played with. He was encouraged a lot, so he went on to become very good. The third thing is his physical conditioning. He worked hard. It is not that everything was given to him free. He also worked really hard and he built huge body. So three advantages Jim Thorpe had. One was his genetics. Second was his environment. The third was his physical condition. And now this is the reason why in 1957, after making so many years of play, he made all the records. He made all the records. It was literally impossible by anybody to break. However, about 1,000 miles away in California's suburbs, outside, almost like a slum, neglected part, there was this one boy, everything against him, very thin, coming from a black community. This boy was so weak and, in fact, was not getting proper meals. He was just 10 years old at that time, only 10 years old at that time, but he was a very big fan of Jim Thorpe. He was a very, very big fan. He loved him. Everybody loved Jim Thorpe. This guy was a very big fan of Jim Thorpe. And every day, he would want, his only dream was to become like that. But the thing is, this particular boy did not have any of these three things. Not the genetics. He was very, very thin, very short. And in fact, he was not getting even the proper food. The second was his environment, right? He would not even get proper food. Doctors diagnosed that he had vitamin D deficiency. He had Rickets disease. His two legs, one leg was bent like this. It had become Rickets is a disease where the legs are not able to support the weight of the body. The weight is so much that the legs become little curved. So he had to be put those metal shoes where he had these metal braces, metal rods, and he had these leather belts that he had to wear. Now imagine a young boy who wants to become the best baseball player, best rugby player, American football player, age of 10, but physically he cannot walk properly, but mentally he wants to become the world's best. He wants to break Jim Thorpe's every record. So genetics is not there. Environment, he is growing up in a slum. This is not, so he's not getting the kind of opportunities, nothing he is getting, nothing. And physical conditioning, you can see, zero, nothing meant for him to actually play rugby, to play American football. Nothing is there. None of these three things are there. However, this boy is determined. Boy is crazy. And this is, by the way, true story of this wonderful legend. You'll hear his name very soon. So what happened is, on one fine day, it came to know that this Jim Thorpe is coming to California. Doesn't have money, comes from so poor, somewhere managed, did some odd work and all other things, and collected some money and bought a ticket to go to one of the matches of Jim Thorpe. The full stadium is packed. This boy buys, begs everybody that I want to meet Jim Thorpe. And he's sitting outside sitting outside the green room, the dressing room, the players' dressing room. Stays there 1 hour, 2 hours. After 6 hours of waiting there with metal braces, just waiting, sitting there, standing, waiting for his hero to come out anytime. And who comes? The door opens. Who comes out? Jim Thorpe. Huge guy. And this guy is a small fellow. He sees Jim Thorpe and he gives him his autograph. I want your autograph. He says, can you please give me? I'm your biggest fan. I'm a big fan of yours. Jim Thorpe said, love you. You take this thing and sign there. And this is where everything changes. Now listen to this very carefully. This young boy says, one day I will break all the records you have, Mr. Jim Thorpe. One day I will break every record of yours and I will be the greatest player ever. Jim Thorpe looks at him and gives a smile. Yes, you will definitely do sign this thing. He gives a public declaration. He declares to his role model. He says, I'm such a big fan of yours. I have a very big poster of yours in my room. This guy asks, okay, one day you're going to break. What's your name, my dear child? He asks, okay, since you have told me this, you'll break all my records. Can I know your name, young man? This guy says, my name is O.J. Simpson. This is the true story of O.J. Simpson. Imagine a person who cannot walk, whose legs are in metal rods and braces, and he's got vitamin D deficiency. He is weak, and he is not ready for anything. He is coming from a poor background and has no opportunity. And then this guy is O.J. Simpson. Anyway, O.J. Simpson is known for some other bad things also, but he goes on. Now, many years later, he goes on to break every record. Every known record that Jim Thorpe had made, he broke every record. Every record. This story specifically talks about making a public oath, declaring to the world what you want. Later on, O.J. Simpson goes on to say, this is what exactly. He said, my role model I declared. I told him that I will beat I break every single record you had, Mr. Jim Thorpe. And that pushed me every day. I was no more stopped by my physical limitations, no more stopped by my environment. He says he was such a big thing in that moment. I'd always dreamt, but I never thought that I would break the records. But at that moment, I said it. I said it to whom? My biggest role model. I told him, yes, sir, I will break every record of yours.
Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Sachin and I am a life coach. I use games, activities and exercises to teach young champions valuable life skills and study skills which help them become number one in studies and number one in life. Continue to watch our videos, share them, subscribe to our channel and please do comment. It'll help us, it'll inspire us to make more good content like this. Thank you so much for watching our channel. Also do visit our website. Thank you so much.